Good morning and welcome to the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Ron, I'm one of your practitioners, and I'm so glad that you're here today taking time out of your day for you and your higher self. It's such an important practice just to find that place and time to be. So today we're going to explore just very simple concept of meditation and what it is. Nothing too difficult, but we're going to look at where we are in that meditation. So let's begin by recognizing as we do that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So just recognizing that as you breathe. You don't want to interfere with the breath, so we are just observing, trusting our mind body to know what to do. So just allowing the breath to occur, and your involvement here is just one of observation or awareness, becoming aware of all the factors occurring in this breath. So the breathing in, you notice the air as you pull in, the lungs expand, the diaphragm drops, you get a kinesthetic, physical sensation of that. It's cool air, you may have a response there, you may have a olfactory taste, but that breathing in, and then it seems at some point the body knows and simply allows the breath to begin to exhale. And you notice that. Just allowing the body to do it in the rhythm that it does. We want to notice that circulation, drawing in external from us into our mind-body experience, lungs expanding, diaphragm dropping, and then when the body knows it's ready, it reverses that process or completes it in a circular fashion. Our body should be at rest now, and for this meditation we don't need the mind-body. We don't need to bring the mind-body with us. And when I say mind-body, it's our physical presence, and it is also our thinking, that which helps us move from experience to experience in the day. Not our consciousness, not our awareness, it's our thinking, thought, imagination process. We're not going to need those. And so if you will, just allow yourself to look forward. And as you do that, maybe looking between the eyes, you just notice that space. What's there before you? For many, it's just a darkened space, a void, an emptiness, maybe little bits of light there, but nothing really to label or to know. And that's okay, because that is exactly where we want to go. So just noticing that, not trying to define it or label it, just allow yourself to be in it. Rest there in the breath and the void. And then begin to notice that that void is not limited to that tiny space before you, but is in fact all around you. You are actually in that void, that space. And notice that that space is a boundless space. There is no edge to it. There is no limitation. It is an infinite space. just breathing there, recognizing yourself there. You are here in this space. And the space around you. In any direction you move now, in mind, if you move forward or backwards, notice in your thoughts you can continue to do that like you did when you were a kid, looking up in the stars. How far does it go? How far does this space, this void, this quietude, how far does it reach? And you notice that you can never find an edge. Search for it as you might. Go ahead and try. And even if you seem to say, I can't go any further, the knowing of that allows you to think then there is something on the other side, and then you can go there. And in fact, you can go anywhere in this space. There is no limitation. There is no place in this space that you cannot go. Wherever you go in this space, there you are. You are always present in this space, in whatever place you find yourself. And this space and place where you find yourself is always now. It is always present. It is only thought and imagination that changes us into a timeline. But here, in this place of now, you are always present. And what takes you out of present is thoughts or ideas or imaginations. Thoughts from the past, an idea, a concept of memory which you bring forward into the present and represent it. But it's not real. It's a thought, it's an idea, it's a memory you bring forward, and this is true for the future thought. If an idea comes into your mind about I have to do this, I have to do the next thing later today, those aren't real. Those are not now, they are not present. They are imaginings or conjurings, and good ones, but they're not real. Now is the only real moment we're having. So just be there, just for a minute. And if those thoughts, memories of the past, ideas of the past float in, notice them. There they are. Don't fight or be agitated or push or strain or restrain from them. Just notice, but don't get involved. Don't tell the story. Don't get involved in the story. Let it pass. And this is true for future ideas. If you begin to plan or sequence something in the future, imagine, notice you're doing that. Breathe, be aware of what it is, and let it pass. Back to this space and place of now. Do that for a few moments until you hear my voice again. this is the place of I am. It is the place before doing. I am doing. It is prior to the doing. It is present moment now, spaceless, timeless, I am. And it is from this place we are identified as one. We are not separate from awareness or consciousness. We are in the place of observation or knowing, but we are not the activity. We are not the thought of our past or the idea of our future. We are before that. And even if you only have brief moments of that presence between thoughts, that's okay. That is touching the I before experience. And this is the resting place. This is the place to know or hear the voice of God, because it is yourself. It is one and the same. In this place, you are one. So know that it's here and it's always available, and there's no magic to it. It is the space between thoughts that is always present. It is the space around thoughts is always available. It is the base that we go to. So let's begin now to come back from that place. Let's rebuild ourselves according to our thoughts and conditions, what we believe about ourselves. So accepting the body back, noticing the body that represents us in the chair, and noticing that. Noticing your ability to hear my voice and noticing how you do that. Seems to come into the ear and is processed, so notice that. Any smells you might feel, and begin the tactile sensation of touching the fingers, moving them around, rubbing them against each other. And so the body, the idea of us as human experience comes back to us. And then finally take some deep aware breaths. One in, and really use those muscles to breathe them in, and release. And then one more big breath that way. Knowing yourself, feeling that sensation of body-mind, releasing. Taking over back all that you are. Readying yourself for a great day with your colleagues and your friends, your community here at Center. I wish you a great day. Namaste.
come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. That was a fun way to start. Hi, everybody. How are ya? It's wonderful to see everybody here. It's nice to see a nice full room. I also want to acknowledge our Love Stream people. Thank you for joining us. We are a hybrid community, and I mean that very seriously. It's important for us to understand that we are not only here in person, but we've got people who are tuning in, not only from around Alberta, but other places as well. In fact, if you would, Love Stream people, if you'll just key in the note or in the chat where you're from, it's kind of nice because you all, I tell you this, but I'm not sure you believe me quite yet. My Sunday afternoon entertainment is reading the comments of the Love Stream. So put them in. I love it. I love to see how people are interacting. And I just want to say welcome to everybody. If you don't know me, I'm Pat Campbell, and I am the spiritual director of the center. And if you haven't been to a Center for Spiritual Living, a few things you need to know. We are a faith tradition. We don't call ourselves a religion. We're a philosophy that honors all faith traditions. We understand that everyone is here on their own spiritual journey. Everyone is here to understand their divinity more and more. So wherever you are on your path, you are absolutely welcome here. We're so happy you're here. So what I would like to ask is, if there's anybody who's here for the first time, we don't want to embarrass you. We just want to say hi, make sure you feel welcome. So if you're willing to raise your hand and let us know. Thank you. I thought perhaps so. And I met this lovely couple back here as well. So the man in the plaid, there you go. And there Rosalie in the back, lovely young couple. And I thought I saw another hand up as well. And Rosalie right there next to you. All right, give them a hand for being here. That's awesome. And again, Love Stream, if you're tuning in for the first time, let us know that you're here. Say hi and let us know where you're from as well. So you may have recognized that opening song. First of all, I got to point out, what about Lisa has kind of changed a little bit. Or a lot, yeah. Oliver, who is our band director and our consummate saxophone player, obviously plays lots of different instruments as well. So give him a hand for filling in today. And while I'm at it, give a hand to Ben Morgan up in the tech deck too. Ben is doing it by himself today. So kudos to you, dude. Thank you so much. So we're going to start out by singing what we call our Kong song. And we used to open every one of our services with this song. So you're going to know it. It's called This Door Is Open to You. Let's stand up and sing. No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place you can take comfort in the knowing. Whether if you come to stay a while, just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. God in us recognizes the of divine point of view. This door is open to you. 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 Come on in. Come on in. God in us recognizes the God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. There she is. So we got any littles that want to go on to Fun Day? Go with Miss Elizabeth. Amy, I used to think that you were the consummate musician. Now I'm not. Now I'm not so sure. Okay, we have lots of things going on today, especially, but coming up in the next couple of weeks. So let me tell you about the first one, and it is Marion Williams' 99th birthday. Let's sing happy birthday to her. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marion. Happy birthday to
We got it eventually.
I guess when you're 99, you'll accept any happy birthday song that comes along, apparently. There is going to be cake after service also. Marion, happy birthday, and we're so happy that you are here. And we'll... That is a beautiful picture. When Neil said, when her son sent it to me last week or yesterday, he said, and this is her most famous quote: "Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I just don't happen to have one right now." Okay, so that's cake afterwards. Yay! All right, awesome. Okay, next week we have a sacred sound healing immersion program at 1:30. So you know those sacred bowls, those crystal bowls that just make you just feel so transcendent. They're going to be here and they're going to be doing the program for us next week at 1:30. Tickets are $15 in advance, $20 at the door. You can e-transfer to office@calgarycsl.org, or you can see Neil and Sandra. They're in the back, who will take your money or your however you want to pay if you don't want to do it through an e-transfer. And so the things to bring is your blanket and your yoga mat and a pillow, your journal and a pen, and your beautiful, authentic self. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be awesome next week, next Sunday. Okay, and then the Sunday after that, I told you we have a lot going on, is our AGM, our annual general meeting. Raise your hand if going to an AGM sounds like the most boring thing that's ever been in the entire world. Okay, so as I say, are we ever boring here? You know, we don't do boring. So come to that, especially if you are a member, because we are going to be electing 2 new board members, and also you're going to hear about the vision for the center. You're going to find out everything that's going on about our finances, everything. So everybody is allowed to come, but only members are allowed to vote. So, and we're doing our new member Sunday today. So that was the deadline for that. So we're going to celebrate our wins, elect new board members, and hear about things with the center. And that's 2 Sundays from now. And then Ron Hahn, practitioner Ron Hahn, who did our lovely meditation this morning, has had an ongoing discussion group going since way before the pandemic, way before that, almost since as long as we've been here in this building. And they go deep. I mean, they do deep dives into conversations about spirituality. And Ron decided it was time to lighten it up a little bit. And so the book, it's not a book study, it's a discussion group, but they're going to use excerpts from Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth. So if that appeals to you, that starts this Monday night, tomorrow night. You can find all the information on the website and in the newsletter, and you can talk to Ron afterwards, and he can let you know anything that's going on with that. So that's Consciousness Seekers is being reimagined, shall we say. Awesome. And then our other ongoing community groups, Coffee with Dr. Pat, Wednesday at noon, again on Zoom. And then our Saging Circle is for our elders, our wisdom keepers, anybody 55 and above, and just get together and be talking to other people who have some life experience under their belt. And it's a lovely group that meets always. So website or newsletter for all of this information I'm telling you about. So now that takes care of the business. Now we're going to go into the more sacred part of our service. So I'm going to invite Connie Chow, who is our practitioner today, and Amy and Steph. And I'm going to invite any other minister or practitioner. Honey, you're going to stand right on. X marks the spot. Right on it. No, on it. There you go. These people who are coming up now are the healing arm of our center. And they are here to serve you. If you have anything going on in your life, you'd like to have some spiritual support after the service, they are here in the sanctuary, kind of like under the skylights. And if you want them to know the truth for you, just ask one of them to do a treatment with you and just watch as shift happens, because shift does indeed happen. So Amy and Steph, if you would, please. Open wide my heart. 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 Open wide my heart.
With hearts wide open, we know that we are in the present moment. And we know that there is only one love, one life, one breath that breathes through every single living organism on this earth. It is the one piece of fabric that holds everything together. It consists of love, joy, peace, harmony, unity, community. It is everywhere present. It is right now, right here. And so for myself, I am it, and it is me. And in every little stitch and every little seam of that piece of one piece of fabric, I know that I am love and I am life. I am that joy and the light that glimmers across the ocean, the clouds that fill the blue sky, and the trees that grace the vast lands across the world. And so what I know for myself, I also know for each and every single one of us here today, and also into Love Stream. And every single one of us is that little stitch and that little piece of fabric sewn into one, weaving in and out, connected. For there is simply no separation. The community is filled with love, and it is consisting of everything that what the one is. And that is life. Life and beyond. And I speak my word today, absolutely, absolutely grateful, knowing that it is the truth. There's nothing more to it except for that. And so with confidence and conviction, I release my word into the law, knowing it's already done. As together we affirm, and so it is.
Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart.
Okay, and right now we are going to say our vision statement together. The Calgary Center for Spiritual Living is a beacon of spiritual illumination that inspires individuals to reveal their wholeness, co-creating a world that works for everyone. And how we do that is through our mission statement. The Calgary Center for Spiritual Living makes accessible a way of living and thinking that reveals one's spiritual magnificence and personal power. We co-create an inclusive community that fosters an expansion of consciousness.
Thank you so much, everybody, for adding your consciousness to this. So, Connie, thank you. Lovely job. Amy and Steph, thank you. And to the ministers and practitioners, thank you all so much for being here. So we have a few new people here today, and that's pretty exciting. And you haven't fully witnessed our band yet, so you're just about to. So please welcome Elevation featuring Amy Bishop. One family, holding hands and joined in being. One family, one voice, one mind, one heart, one family. Here we have come to know we're just one family going home. One symphony, blending colors in one song. One symphony, healing hearts growing strong. One melody, pure as the soft winged dove. We're just one family singing love. One family breathing love to all the earth. One family holding vision for the birth of one planet. The healing has begun. This graceful universe, all is one. We are a family. All is one. Miguel, we never know quite what instrument he's going to show up playing. Amy, I got to ask, I hadn't heard that song before.
It's a song by Judy Armstrong.
Oh, Judy, yes.
We used to sing it every Sunday for years and years.
I loved it. Thank you. Boy, that's... Especially the one line when we're all walking home. It reminds me of that Ram Dass quote that says we're all just walking each other home. I love it, love it, love it. Whew. Let me just look around the room for a second. It's lovely to see so many people here. And those of you at home as well. Would you breathe with me, please? Take in a deep breath. And again. And one more time at your own pace. I say it every week when we do that it really is symbolic of that one family, that one breath, that oneness that we are. Exemplified by the fact that today is New Member Sunday. Who's excited about that? Wait, let me tell you, then you're going to be excited. We have 26 new members today. 26 people who are going to be joining our spiritual community in just a little bit. And you can tell I love New Member Sunday. First of all, because it's a celebration and we have cake because of Marianne's birthday. But also, you guys have to understand this. I've been doing this job a long, long time. 25 years this year. And it never ceases to amaze me that you all keep showing up every week. It absolutely thrills me that people find value and importance in what we are doing here. Because the people who are joining here today are saying, I believe in this teaching. I love the science of mind, which is the name of our teaching. I like this community. I want this to be my spiritual home. And for many of us, for many people in the world, there is a great comfort in being with people who are like-minded, who share the same spiritual beliefs. In the Buddhist tradition, we would be known as a sangha. Are you familiar with that term? Here's the definition for it. A sangha, S-A-N-G-H-A, a community of people who have attained at least the first stage of awakening. So look around and look at all the woken up people here. Woohoo! And that's not a derogatory term. How that ever became a derogatory term, I don't know. Because say like this, I'm awake. Okay, so being with your sangha is one of the cornerstones of the Buddhist tradition. Having a place to go, having a group of people to worship and to share with, it's so important because their belief is that even though each one of us is here on our own spiritual path, the journey is made easier and it's more meaningful when we are with people who share our values and our beliefs. Isn't that true after you've taken a class? Once you've taken a class, for instance, you just know that your path, being on a path with others is so important. So the Buddha in the Dhammapada said this: how joyful to look upon the awakened and keep company with the wise. Follow the shining ones, the wise, the awakened, the loving, for they know how to work and forbear. If the traveler can find a virtuous and wise companion, let him go with him joyfully and overcome the dangers of the way. Follow them as the moon follows the path of the stars. That's why we like being in community. That's why we like belonging, because we want to feel as if we are with other people as we're going on our journey. We like feeling connected. We like feeling unified. And it is also one of the basics of our teaching. And that basis of that teaching, just like Amy's song so beautifully said, is that we truly are connected. And I just don't mean, oh, I like you, I'm connected to you, or something like that. I mean, we are connected because we all come from the same source. We all have the same essence, the same substance within us. We are made of the same thing. Carl Sagan called it star stuff. We are all made of star stuff. In fact, Ernest Holmes, who is our founder, said this: we are therefore members of the universe, and being members of that which unites everything, we are some part of each other. So think about the word universe. We use universe. It's one of our words for the all and everything, that which is ongoing, that which is life itself. We use the universe, one verse, one voice. Like that beautiful song, I had no idea. I love that song. And yet what we also know about the universe is that it is always growing. It is always expanding. It's always taking on new form. It isn't limited by what has gone before it. It wants to experience and express life in new and unlimited ways. So even though we all have the same basic components, by that I mean we all have 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, 2 ears. We have similar organs. Our bodies work in basically the same way, and yet no 2 of us are exactly the same. Look around the room. Everybody has the same ingredient, but none of us is exactly the same. We are one, but we are not the same. Holmes called it unity passing into variety and multiplicity. So that means that we really are connected to everything, everywhere, at some level, at that deepest level, at that level that is beyond and below our conscious awareness. We are connected to one another, so that what affects others affects us. What harms others harms us. What is good for others is good for us. And that could be absolutely switched around. So what affects us affects others. What harms us harms others. What is good for us harms others. No, what's good for us is good for others. Whew. I'm reminded of Indra's net, which is a Hindu teaching that talks about the universe just being this vast net. And at every place where the net is connected, there's a gem. And that gem represents us. But it's still part of the same net. And so when something happens to this gem, it has an effect on all the others. That's what we're talking about here. And when we really, really understand that level of unity, that level of connection, when we truly begin to see each other as an extension, as an enhancement of not only spirit, but of ourselves, and when we learn to work and to be together while still celebrating our diversity and our uniqueness, then that is when we're going to see the change that we seek in the world, when we're going to have the life that Amy sang about. So there's a wonderful teaching story. I like to use this sometimes on New Member Sunday that really illustrates this part of us all being part of the greater whole, the greater oneness. It's called Stone Soup. I don't know if you're familiar with it. Once upon a time, somewhere in post-war Eastern Europe, there was a great famine in which the people jealously hoarded whatever food they could find, hiding it from even their friends and their neighbors. One day, a wandering soldier came into the village and began asking questions as if he planned to stay for the night. And the villagers were very nervous, and they said, "There's not a bite to eat in the whole province. You best just keep moving on, move on." And he said, "Oh, I have everything I need." He said, "In fact, I was thinking about making some delicious stone soup to share with you all." So he very ceremoniously pulled out an iron cauldron that was in his wagon, and he filled it with water, and he built a fire underneath it. And then with great ceremony, he drew out a very ordinary looking river rock stone. And it was in a velvet bag, and he dropped it into the water. Well, by now, hearing the rumor of food, most of the villagers had come into the square. They were watching from their windows, and as the soldier sniffed the broth, and he licked his lips in anticipation, and hunger began to overcome the villagers' skepticism. "Ah," the soldier said rather loudly, he says, "I do like some tasty stone soup. Of course, some soup with cabbage? Now that's hard to beat." Well, soon a villager approached hesitantly, holding onto a cabbage, which I've heard now are very expensive, holding onto a cabbage that he'd retrieved from his hiding place, and he added it to the pot. "Capital," said the soldier. And he said, "You know, I once had some stone soup that had cabbage and a little bit of salt beef, and it was fit for a king." Well, the village butcher, who was usually quite miserly, managed to find some salt beef and added it to the pot. And so it went. Potatoes, carrots, onions, mushrooms, all added to the stone soup until indeed there was a delicious meal for all. And the villagers were amazed by this magical stone and how it had created such a grand meal for everybody. They saw it as the answer to their problems. They offered a great deal of money to purchase it. But the soldier refused, and he traveled on the next day. So, of course, the moral of the story is that by working together, with everyone contributing what they can, what they have, the greater good is achieved. So each one of us is like those villagers. And each one of us has something unique and special and essential to offer the world. Each one of us adds something to the mix. And if we did not add our something, the flavor of life for everyone would be diminished. So that's what brings us to today's celebration. As I said, we have 26 people who have chosen to be members of our spiritual community, our sangha, our village. They're attracted to us and to this teaching partly because they are waking up, as I said, and they want to be around others who are waking up. So I want to ask those of you who have been here for a while, I want you to remember the first time you came to a spiritual center. Have you got it? Got that memory? Maybe you had already had those beliefs, those feelings, that way of looking at life already, but you thought you were the only one. Remember that? And then, however it worked, somebody told you to come to a place, you found it on Google, maybe somebody brought you, and you walked in the door. And you heard the message, and you heard the beautiful words to the songs, and you talked to the people, and you felt the energy, and you knew you'd come home. Yeah. You found your people. You found your tribe. So each person who is joining us today felt that at some level. And each of them has something to offer that adds flavor to the community. So we're going to bring those people up now. Ames, I'm going to ask you to move your stuff back a little bit. I don't know how many of the 20... or maybe more. So all the new members are like, oh my God, what is she going to make us do? Well, first of all, you're just going to come and line up here, okay? That's all you got to do to start. Marcia Anderson, Karen Boyko, Lacey Chambers. I know Karen's here. I saw her. Oh, come on. I saw her. Richard Dalkin, Valerie Dicing, Barb Fisher. Lacey. Oh, my goodness. Lacey, this is her first time physically here, but she's already joined. I'm so happy to see you. Awesome. I know. Wow. Barb Fisher, Craig Fraser, Kayla Gagnon. Nope, okay. Carol Gloin. I didn't see Carol here. Marlene Guckert. Oh, there's Carol. Yay! Marlene. Michelle Hargreaves. Janice Harvey. Okay. Rick Komarniski. Okay, some of you are here. There's okay. Carrie Langen. Rosaire Levick. Yes. Kathy Lockerbie. John Mitchell. No, John is here. Connie Popino. Tammy Reed. Bruce Sarr. Kim Sarr. Pamela Staples. Carrie Steranka. Mark Steranka. Reverend Lorraine Trout, who lives in Saskatoon, and Marion Williams. Please give them a hand. Kathy, would you take one of these and hand it that way? And Rosaire, if you'll take one of these and hand it that way. Surprise, Marion. Would you like a chair, darling girl?
No, I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
You are... Okay, so Our new members are going to say a pledge. Thank you. Are going to say a pledge to you all, the members and friends of the community. And then there's going to be a little bit, well, you know what? Ben, I told you I might do this. Can you fire this one up? And Mark, just say a word or two, just something to the community about that you're happy to be here and yay God.
I'm happy to be here, yay God. So actually, we'd been searching for a community for a long time.
Yeah, hold that right up to your mouth, believe it or
We've been
not.
searching for a community for a long time, and you know, we came around probably 20 years ago on 17th Avenue, and then we came back here, you know, about a year ago right now, actually. I think the first time you were open after COVID, and we've loved the place ever since, and we're totally committed.
Thank you, Mark.
Ditto. Glad to be here. Love it here. Feels like home.
And I'm happy to be here too, and I'm so grateful to be a greeter and get to meet you and greet you on Sunday morning. It's just a joy for me. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here. Good morning. It's been a 20-year journey, but I'm now a member.
All right. Woohoo! Yay, God!
Good morning. I've been a member here for 5 years.
Well, why were you on my list?
Because I've signed up this year. Before
So you were a member in silence. Okay.
Hello. I've been a member not a member, I've come in for a long, long time, back to the Positive Living Center, and I, for some reason, finally joined.
Thank you, Clara.
Well, this is a bit of a surprise for me, but anyway, when I think about my spiritual journey, I grew up in a family that were very honest, very loving, all kinds of the good things, but we never went to church. That just wasn't part of what we did, what was available, because I grew up in small towns where there was a minister maybe come in the summer for summer school. Anyway, it's, I guess you all know my age by now. It's been a long journey, and it's been a fascinating one. I'm a 3-time cancer survivor, and believe me, 2 mastectomies and a nephrectomy, but I've never had chemo. I just had these operations and got it over with. And so by the time you think about where you're at, lying there after your 3rd cancer operation, you say to yourself, why am I here? I must be here for a purpose. And so my purpose is to not live my life. I'm not talking about being holier than thou, thank God, because I couldn't do it. My purpose is to be aware of people, and I'm very much on the spiritual path where I'm looking at this lovely lady here, and I'm thinking, you know, we connect, even though we don't know each other, and yet I feel a bond with you, that nice, lovely spiritual bond, and it's the same with everybody here.
Thank you, Marion. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
So you're very welcome. I could go on and on.
You can over cake.
Anyway, thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
It is my first day. I'm very excited to be a part of this group, and you guys are all so welcoming, and I'm very grateful.
Thank you, Lacey.
Hi, I'm just one of the 8 billion people that has finally found my spiritual home, and this is the place for me to be. Thank you.
Thanks, Rick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to be here, and again, it just felt right to be here spiritually. So I've met many lovely people, and thank you all.
I'm also happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. I love hearing from all of you. And if you have are part of the list that I wrote, and if you want to put something, Love Stream people, if you want to put something in the chat, that would be wonderful as well. So, new members, you've been handed a piece of paper that has a pledge, and we are going to say that pledge to the community. And here it is, so you guys can follow along. So, are you right here? Let me lead you, because I'm kind of controlling. So, okay, you guys ready? Here we go. We promise to be the best members of the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living that we can possibly be. We promise to support this center and this ministry with our time, talent, and treasures. We promise to live our lives by the principles of science of mind to the best of our abilities, knowing that God is at the essence of each of us. We also promise to love you, respect you, and always look for the good in each of you. Thank you for welcoming us into your hearts. Give them a hand. But wait, there's more. No, you're not dancing. Trust me, you're not dancing. So I'm going to ask the members and friends of the community to please stand. And you're going to do a pledge too. And you're going to do a pledge to the new members. So here we are, the pledge of, and now I got to come over here and be part of this group now. So you guys ready? Here we go. We, the members and friends of the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living, honor your decision to become part of our spiritual community. Knowing that God is at the essence of each of us, we promise to love you, respect you, and always look for the good in you. Thank you for adding your light to ours. Welcome home to your spiritual family. You belong. Give them a hand. You may be seated, and thank you all. Have a piece of cake. It's Marion's birthday cake, but she's sharing it. And now I'm going to invite Elevation up. Here they come. I'm going to invite Elevation up to sing a song specifically for our new members. So please welcome Elevation once again. just begun to give a share of this world's delights. High hopes we had for the future, and there's no inside. No, we don't get depressed. Here's what we call our golden rule. Have faith in you and the things you do. It can't go wrong. This is our family jewel. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. Oh, I got all my sisters with me. Yeah, we are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. Hey, hey, hey. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing.
Fun.
I got all my brothers, too. I just want to say that.
I said fun.
Oh, that was fun.
That was fun.
That was fun. Keep up your elevation. Okay, so yeah, I just have that warm feeling always. Thanks so much, everybody, for being here. And now is the time that I get to talk about how you can support the center. For our Love Stream people, all kinds of options if you're not physically here. Thank you always for sending in a donation, e-transferring, conscious commitment, whatever. We are supported by donations, so thank you for that. And everybody else, I'm going to invite you to take your tithe, your gift, your offering, your donation. Hold it to your heart. Just think about everything that we heard today and what we were able to witness, that connection. You know, when we give, we are participating in the law of circulation. It is called currency. Like the current of a river, it is called currency. So we are sharing it. We are moving with it. And so let's say our conscious giving affirmation together. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I give returns to me multiplied abundantly. I am so blessed, and so it is, and so it is. And we do a lot of music here. We sing, I thank love for everything. Let's sing together. I thank love for everything. 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 wonderful ushers. And as you go out, if you can invite the kids to come back in, that'd be awesome. In the meantime, cake. In the meantime, singing bowls next week. In the meantime, AGM, the AGM. And also starting at the end of what's next month? Starting mid-May, Reverend Leslie is going to be teaching a class called Powering Your Decisions. And so if that sounds good to you, if you want to kind of turbo boost your decision-making process, that's a class that's coming up, and we'll tell you more about it next week. So here they come. Hello. Uh-oh, okay, hello.
Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber ducky, you're my very best friend, it's true.
Wow, what did you guys do? That looks cool.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Today we went outside for most of our little lesson today and we did some planting. We planted some corn or some peas and we just talked about kind of how plants grow and if we have plants at home and gardens at home or at school. And I told the story of Turtle Island and the creation story that way, and we talked to just how we can be helpful with each other in community a little bit and how the animals really helped Sky Woman find a new home. So there we have it, and thank you so much for our little ones. They were so very helpful today and did such a wonderful job planting. So
awesome. Thank you. Thank you, guys. And you know, if you've been around for a long time, that we utilize the process of the creative process by talking about seed, soil, and plant. And so absolutely that they're learning about that everything starts with a seed, it gets implanted in that soil that is also intelligence, and what becomes is the experience. That's awesome. Give them a hand. That's awesome. All right, so let's close our service like we always do. We're going to stand up and we're going to rub our hands together. And we're going to send energy to wherever it's needed. Okay? Okay, on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Have a wonderful week.
People get ready, there's a train coming. Don't need no baggage, you just climb on board. All you need is faith, you'll hear the diesels humming. Don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord, yeah. People get ready, but there's a train to Jordan, picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key, open the doors and boy, for there's room for all among us who've loved and lost. And I'm free, free falling. Yes, I'm free, free falling. There's always room for a hopeless sinner. Though he hurt all mankind just to save his own. Beloved to those whose chances may be thinner, for there's room for all among us on the kingdom's throne. And I'm free, free falling. Yes, I'm free, free falling. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. I feel the love in the sanctuary. Listen close and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing. Whether if you come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. One family, holding hands and joining being. One family, look within ourselves and see. We are family. I got all my people with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. I thank love for everything. 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 People get ready. There's a train coming.